Joining us now is Melissa Antoncic, the Director of Services at the Blood Center Foundation of Michigan, one of nearly 300 Shared Detroit-supported charities and nonprofits. Melissa, thank you for being with us.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Appreciate having you on. So first, can you tell us about the foundation and its history?
So the Blood Cancer Foundation of Michigan is actually celebrating our 70th anniversary this year. We were founded in 1952, actually by a group of parents who had lost a child to leukemia. At that point, our organization was named Children's Leukemia Foundation of Michigan, but only 2 years after that, actually started supporting adults. So right now, we're currently supporting nearly 3,000 patients across the state of Michigan. We have patients in 80 out of 83 counties, and we do support children and adults with all different types of blood cancers and potentially malignant blood disorders. So more of the common types of cancers you may be familiar with, the leukemias and the lymphomas and myelomas, but also things like aplastic anemia and myelodysplastic syndrome.
And so what are some of the ways that the organization then helps these patients either with blood cancers or with another blood disorder in order to help them, A, with their treatment or with other factors in life that are impacted by their cancer or their disorders?
Absolutely. We know that whether it's an adult or a child in the family that's diagnosed, the entire family is affected by it. Our goal is to provide comprehensive support to the entire family, and we do that in several different ways. So first off, obviously, is the emotional support that we provide. We do this primarily through phone support because we do have patients across the entire state. We're able to set up a really personalized and customized care plan for that patient. So if they're really struggling and they need support, once or twice a week, we can offer that to them. If they're doing okay, they need a call just every couple months or even just once or twice a year, just so that they know we're still available and we're still thinking about them. That's absolutely something that we can do. In addition to the emotional support, we provide disease education and resources. So often when somebody's newly diagnosed or a child is diagnosed, the parents are really struggling to find information. They can reach out to us and we'll be that one-stop shop to get them that information they're looking for. So they don't have to call 5 or 6 organizations to try and find out, what do I have to worry about with side effects? And what about with treatment expenses and, long-term effects? We can gather all that information and get it right over to them. One of the biggest programs, the reasons people sign on to our service is for our financial assistance program. So we're able to offer up to $1,000 a year in travel and prescription reimbursement for the treatment of the blood cancer or blood disorder. And we're also able to offer what we call our special needs grant, which is up to $750 to cover those unexpected but necessary expenses that come along with a blood cancer diagnosis. So we know often patients may fall behind on their rent or their mortgage, or they get a utility shutoff notice, or their car breaks down and they can't get to treatment. That's certainly something that we're able to help them with. And if our financial support is not enough, or it's something they have a need for that we don't cover, we also have connections with a tremendous amount of other community resources, so we can get them set up with financial assistance through other places as well. And lastly, we do have a social support program, which is the most fun out of everything that we do. It's an opportunity for patients and families to connect with others in the community who are going through something similar, to know that they're not alone, they're not the only ones who are going through what they're going through, and also to alleviate the expense. We know that when there is a blood cancer diagnosis, one of the first things to go are those recreation activities. They're not going to baseball games anymore. They're not going to parks. They're not going out and having dinner or movies. And so we're able to provide that experience for them and not have to worry about how they're going to pay for it.
More information on their website, bloodcancerfoundationmi.org. That's bloodcancerfoundationmi.org. Or you can visit shareddetroit.org and navigate through the Shared Detroit platform to learn more information about the organization, as well as help them out in many different ways, whether it be volunteerism, donations, or items that may be of need to the Blood Cancer Foundation of Michigan, who joins with us on the Michigan Megacast. So how do people tap into these services? You mentioned that there is an opportunity to sign up for these services and some of the services that are provided. How do people ultimately get in contact with the organization to start that process?
Our goal is to make it as easy as possible to get connected with our services. So basically, any way they can connect with us, we'll get them registered. One of the biggest ways that people do sign up for our services is through their social workers at their hospital. So if they're connected with a social worker or a financial navigator or even a doctor or nurse, they can work on their behalf to get them registered. One of the easiest ways is also through our website. So there's actually a patient online form that they can just fill out directly there, and we'll contact them within 48 hours. They can give us a call and we'll get them set up with resources. They can email us. They can basically any way that they can get connected to somebody in our organization, we will connect them with our patient support department and get them set up with resources.
A couple of different phone numbers also that you can call. Their location in southeastern Michigan in Farmington Hills, 248-530-3000. Their location in Grand Rapids, 616-885-1830, and then their toll-free number, 800-825-2536, 800-825-2536, or visit bloodcancerfoundationmi.org. That's bloodcancerfoundationmi.org. Melissa, there's also a number of different events throughout the year that help to raise funds for this organization, similar to other charities and nonprofits in Michigan and around the world. You have one that is upcoming soon that will be the Scavenger Safari Walk. Tell us about that event and how people can participate.
Yeah, this is such a fun event. I encourage everybody to come check it out. This is an opportunity for patients or for community members to form teams. They can come out to the Detroit Zoo. That's coming up on June 4th. And we have an app-based scavenger hunt that we do throughout the Detroit Zoo, so teams can race around the zoo, answering clues, getting prizes along the way, and just completing some really fun activities to get involved with that. And it's so much fun. We have such a great time doing that. And if participants want to come out, but they don't necessarily want to take part in the scavenger hunt, we do have a walk aspect as well. So they can come out, whether they want to come on their own or form a team, they can just take a leisurely walk throughout the zoo. With the registration cost, that does include free parking, that includes lunch vouchers, and then they get to spend the day at the zoo when the event is over as well.
And then how can people sign up for that event, either themselves or on behalf of loved ones?
Yeah, so the best way to do that is through our website, which is bloodcancerfoundationmi.org.
And then how else can people support the foundation, either financially, through volunteerism, other different opportunities that are available, and what are some of the most pressing needs at this moment for the Blood Cancer Foundation of Michigan?
We have so many opportunities for people to get involved. So we do have volunteer opportunities. We are actually starting to do some in-person events again. We know COVID kind of put a hold on that for the safety of our patients. We stopped doing in-person events, but we're starting to get those up and running again. So if people want to come out and volunteer and help out with that, that's a great resource that we're always looking for assistance with. They can obviously make donations. The best way to do that is the contact information we discussed. We can answer the phones at 248-530-3000, or they can do it directly through our website. If they're affiliated with companies or businesses that want to sponsor any of our upcoming events, that's great for us as well. We can get them some recognition that, they're helping out a wonderful organization, and obviously then their funding is making a difference with patients in the community. And then in the winter, actually, which seems like it's a long time from now, but we know that it'll be here before we know it, we do a holiday toys program. And with this program, we provide toys and gift cards to pediatric patients, their siblings, as well as children of adult patients. So if people are interested in helping out with that, we actually do a wish list program. So if somebody's interested in helping out a child, we would send them the wish list of that specific child, and they could buy the exact toys that child's looking for that year. So each year we provide toys and gift cards to more than 700 kids across the state. There's a huge need for that.
More information online, bloodcancerfoundationmi.org. That's bloodcancerfoundationmi.org, or call their number, 800-825-2536, 800-825-2536. If there are those out there that would like to help, would like to get involved, or like to or would be in need of the services of your organization, but aren't able to either access your website online or call your organization, are there physical locations in Michigan where they can visit your organization?
So our office is located in Farmington Hills. We're right at the corner of 12 Mile and Middle Belt, but we do also have staff working across the state. So we do have a Grand Rapids staff member, which you had mentioned that address, and are very excited that we've just got a new staff member up and running in the Mount Pleasant area as well. So really trying to get our staff located in the vicinities across the state where our patients are.
Melissa, before we let you go, anything else at this time that would be important for our audience to know about your organization or some of the services or events that are coming up that we haven't discussed today?
And so I think one of the important things for people to know is that we don't have any income or age restrictions for our services. So in order to be eligible, you only have to be a resident of the state of Michigan and have been diagnosed with a blood cancer or potentially malignant blood disorder. We also don't discharge people from our services. We're aware that a lot of blood cancers are chronic conditions. They're something that people routinely may not stay in remission for very long. They may have frequent relapses, or they may never go into remission. And we don't want people to have to jump through hoops to get resources and get services for their diagnosis. So once they're signed onto our service, they're eligible for as long as they need us. You know, as soon as they tell us they don't need us anymore, obviously we're not going to bother them. And if 5-10 years from now they call us back up and they say, you know, I just relapsed, or I'm really looking for resources, I need some help with my diagnosis, we're available for them. So we don't have any restrictions for how we get them set up with those services. And some additional programs that we're offering, in addition to the scavenger safari, we do have a golf outing that's coming up. That's a Gray's Reef golf outing, and that's happening August 29th at the Oakland University Golf Course. We are also, in celebration of our 70th anniversary, we're doing a gala event. That's October 6th, and that's at the Garden Theater in Detroit. And we have a really fun event coming up in November. It's our movie marathon, and this is at the Imagine Theater in Novi. This is a 12-hour movie marathon, so participants are able to come spend the entire day at the Imagine Theater. That's November 4th, and they can watch as many movies as possible for 12 hours. They get unlimited pop and popcorn. They get lunch, they get dinner, and they get a goodie bag full of treats to keep them going throughout the day. So it's a really great opportunity as well.
All the information you need to know on these events at the website of the Blood Cancer Foundation of Michigan, bloodcancerfoundationmi.org. Melissa, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.